Hello everybody, Genghis. Oops, didn't want to pause that. Genghis here, and I had a pretty fascinating game in my email, which I think you can learn a bunch from. And yeah, I also have some very interesting chat, so feel free to read that. In the meantime, I'm not gonna be commenting on it, but yeah, you know, it's down there in the corner. Anyway, EMIL2 is obviously tier 9 Swedish heavy tank. It's got a 4-shot autoloader with 400 damage per shot. It says APCR, but it's just 252 pin on the normal ammo. And then the heat has a 300, which is not that great actually, right? A lot of tier 9s already have 340 or 330 or 325 gold ammo. Or pen on the gold ammo. Anyway, it's mine. There's only one RT in this tier 9 game. It's a tier 7 RT, so it looks pretty damn good. It looks like my team is going to get the hill, since we have a T54 and so on. But then it looks like we won't. Anyway, I decided to try and go aggressive anyway to the rock and get one clip off. I wanted to go like between the rock, right, where that T54 went, but then that T54 went there. So I decided, okay, let me peek here, right? Get a shot into that guy. I know I can't stay here forever because I have, for example, a WZ in my side, I'm open for RT and so on. But since I'm an autoloader, my goal is basically to empty my clip and then get away. I don't pen on that guy, that's my mistake. I get wrecked in the side by the WZ-120. The Borzik shoots me from their base, and I don't even know what else hits me. And all of a sudden I'm on 361 HP, which... well, it wasn't exactly my plan, right? Went from a pretty nice trade to utter garbage. And yeah, we're also down 0-2. So that's one of our tier 9s being nearly dead. We're down 0-2. Our T54 also dead, so that 0-3 was a tier 9 dead. And me nearly dead. Isn't that great? Okay, I decided that I'm gonna definitely stay here because I can stay RT safe. Like, there's no way in this area that RT can hit me. Unless it moves down here, which it just won't in a random, right? Well, I managed to get one shot into that WZ. And then I managed to snap a track shot into that M4. I decided to go for one more track shot. And what you have to know about the EMIL2 is that many of you will probably... sorry, I don't know. Camera's bugging right now. I'm not doing what I want. There we go. Well, I'll get one more to that guy. Many of you will probably be aware that the EMIL2 front turret is really, really strong and basically not penetrable if it's above you and so on. But the side of the turret is actually extremely weak. And since the WZ-120 has 440 alpha, if I would be showing my turret side to him, while trying to shoot the, whatever the thing that's called, right? Mutant, alien, whatever. Well, I would probably be dead at this point. So that's why I decided to rather fall back, even if it meant keeping that guy alive. And yeah, like you saw, I actually managed to get my shot to the WZ anyway. That's pretty good. So I see the WZ over there. Let's go back into my view. And obviously, like, I can shoot the top of his hole while he can still only shoot my turret because my turret is so big in a way. So I'm doing that to get a shot into him. That's pretty cool. And I now managed to get 3 shots into him. So after he put one into me, I managed to work him down to 500 HP, which is really nice. I should have shot there, but I thought he was going to peek again. So he doesn't. And I hold my shot for a while. So the score is now 4-7, right? My team is trying to push on the 8-9-0 line, which, to be honest, in random is never the best idea. WZ-120 starts shooting HE. I try to snipe his cupola, but I seem to be hitting, like, tree back there. So yeah, so much for that. Again, although that shot was pretty badly aimed. And I decided, okay, if he's shooting HE, he really becomes quite an issue for me because he could kill me quite quickly. I'm gonna try and load heat. I don't have HE in this tank, right? And even if I would, it would be loading in a clip of HE. So I'm gonna load a clip of gold to try and have a higher chance of penetrating his turret front, for example. And taking out the WZ-120. Because once I manage to take him out, he's got the main crossfire from this area. And he stops me from peeking actually towards the hill itself, right? The hill itself, I mean where the FCM is and the 5120 and so on. Because, like, again, like I said, turret side is very weak. And as you can see, the turret side is huge. Like, it's a huge area to shoot at. This thing peaks out, like, upwards really high when you're aiming down and so on. Like, it's a massive target. So that's why I really have to play very careful until that guy's dead. That's really priority. What to do? I'm playing careful, of course. I'm a one-shot. I definitely don't want to peek too far anyway because of RT. So I'm seeing what I can do. I'm trying to not get spotted to maybe trap him, but, well, that doesn't work out too well. But yeah, sadly I don't manage to get a shot in on anybody right now either. I have managed to work my way up to 3k damage, right? And I've blocked 1.5k. So it's not like I've been useless this game up until now. The score is 4-9. And it's really starting to look rather, I would say, dire. We have a T10, Like, I guess what really saved us this game, I don't know how much you've been looking at the minimap, but in case you have been, there's been quite some action over here. And this T10 positioned over there managed to, I guess, control the flank. Like, I don't know if he actually had a good game more than he used for or not, but at least by standing there, he stopped the enemies from pushing this side. And that position, I mean, it's a very campy position, but especially in endgame, you should... Well, let's see me kill the CTC real quick. Well, actually, I bounced on his... I don't even know. I bounced heat on a CTC turret, right? Go figure. But anyway, okay. I take him out. I see that our team is doing action down there with the E75, so I need to be aggressive right now. I want to make sure I pin him, so I'm not going to go for the turret. I assume I can go for it and pin the door plate. I'm going to reload immediately to try and get safe before getting taken by RT, because I think I can't go for it because I'm spotted and there's a Borlake in the back. Plus there's an RT pre-aiming. So yeah. Anyway, just to say that real quick. The position of the T10, you're basically completely RT safe, depending. I mean, like a Conquer GC can always hit you, right? With splash and so on. But yeah, and you can spot anyone trying to cross the open. You can stand pretty far forwards and you can shoot all the way down here. Or you can just kind of hug the wall and then you can just shoot this and they can only see you when you get there. And you can go Hulldown. So it's a pretty strong position, if you don't know it. But obviously don't spend your game there, please. Yeah, this is your spawn, so you should spend your game like a bit more towards the window. Anyway, I drive up towards the hill. Actually, let's go back real quick and show you how bad people are at this game. I don't know. I mean, maybe he doesn't have 6th sense or something. And doesn't look at the minimap. But so yeah, as you can see, I'm really loaded, and I see my team is being very active right now. So like every second counts, right? I want to be able to support my team as long as they're still alive, because great reaction time, right? As long as my team's alive, I can, you know, shoot them when they get shot and so on. We can work together. As soon as my team's dead, it's over. That's why I start pushing up the hill before I'm actually fully loaded and so on. It looks like the scout might be going for my ass, so that's why I'm going here towards the Hulldown. Then I decide to go hug the rock here to get RT safe again. I'm really worried about RT, but it doesn't actually shoot me. I don't know. So that's quite cool news. And I decide to go over here and see what I can maybe do when I spot the 5120 going for the mutant of ours. And obviously that's a prime target. So the 5120 takes him out, taking no damage in return. But I just about managed to get the 2 shots into him. I have 1 shot left. RT10 kills the T34. The 5120 kills our mutant, as we saw. Okay, so that's that. And the board that killed RT10 was a pretty nice snapshot, I would say. And this is quite a tricky situation now. Because, okay. Okay, well, I guess you can see why this is way better, right? Okay, so I decide to go and reload immediately, obviously. Because I need 2 shells to kill the AMX anyway, so why would I wait? And I'm thinking right now, what's the best position for me to go? So, let me think. I still have an RT, they still have an RT. What does that mean? I want to be able to protect my RT. I want to be able to protect my cap, and I don't want to be able to get shot by my RT for now, right? And then I can, like, that's my first thing what I want to do, and then I can still figure out how I want to approach this game and win it. Is this actually RT safe? It's probably quite discussable. RT players tell me in chat. I figure that at least if I like drive up here, it should be, or at least it's one of the better positions, because otherwise it's got a bush which allows me to spot all of anything coming down the hill. If ever he rushes me from behind here, I proxy spot in time to turn around. If ever he like rushes from here and I don't see him, right, I could still drop down real quickly. And if he comes from in front of me, well, I don't completely suck at aiming yet, even if it's been a while. So I managed to take him out, go and reload. And yeah, decide to be sure that I'm already safe. And to be sure I don't die, slowly drop down here and just hug the wall. And do that. And then I'll go kill the RT, right? So obviously, would I have camped there for 7.5 minutes in that bush? No, obviously I wouldn't have. He can't pen me frontally and so on. But I would have taken attacking very carefully because again, RT and you know, if he gets my ass on my side, he can definitely pen me. I mean, the AMX 3075 until he dies, right? So I figured let's first get safe, wait like 1 minute, that's what I would normally do. 1.5 minutes when you have this kind of time left. See if he comes from my base. I was in a position where I could see anything coming from the hill, anything from here, and probably some tanks coming from the island too. And if they would really go all the way, like if it would go all the way around the island, the GW Panther was behind the rock anyway, so he would have proxied the scout before it was at him and I could have shot him anyway. So that's why I decided to go with that position, right? But yeah. Now a small trick, obviously the obvious RT position is behind those buildings, although the VK is pinging down there. But I ask him if he's sure and he doesn't answer, so that's great. But a small trick on this map is that, both from up there actually, but also just from right here, you can shoot through the gap between the building and the rock there. Many of you probably know that, but not everyone does, so yeah. And oftentimes you can get an RT behind this building or peeking out behind the back there or whatever. And since they're normally pre-aiming at, you know, this or this, well, it's a free kill. So yeah, I see the RT there. I decide to not lose my speed for now, see which way it's aimed. And then I see he's aiming the other way. He decides to try and drive away. But I managed to get him in the back. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. And to make that very clear, I'm aware, like, with 5 point... Let me have a look. I think it's 5.4k, right? Yeah. 5.4k damage and 5 kills. This game isn't like a groundbreaking, you know, record-setting 2-9 game. But I still think I managed to carry pretty hard while being on 366 and then losing nearly none of my HP. Also, I completely fucked up at the beginning of the game and completely, absolutely murdered. And it's one of the situations where quite often I personally, and I think many of you maybe also, would just like kind of play super aggressively until you die and like hop into your next tank. And maybe at least sometimes you can, or we should think about actually trying to carry the games. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and share my videos. Really supports me, and subscribe, obviously. Any feedback is welcome, as always, in the comments below. And I hope you enjoyed this, yeah. Tell me if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, want me to go more in detail, or less, to talk slower, faster, or whatever. Or to combine these videos with something else you want to see. That would also work perfectly. See you next time. Bye-bye. In all that haste of telling you how awesome that channel and video was, I forgot to actually show you the post-game stats. So let's go through that, though. As I decided, 5,441 damage, 5 kills. I got 1,472 XP. Out of my 20 shots, I hit 18 and penned 16, shooting mainly APCR, which again is normal ammo on that tank. I bounced 2,000, which is okay, I guess. I traveled actually quite a bunch, considering how little I traveled on the map, right? Well, I guess I went to their RT and back and so on, right? And I did spot, or actually track a little bit of 830. I ended up losing 2,600. Mainly, I guess, also because I lost 28,000 for using pudding, or whatever it's called. But it was a triple, and I ended up making 6,624 XP, so really don't regret it. Plus, I guess it maybe helped me with the recovery. So yeah, sorry for that weird ending before the ending. Real ending is here. Bye bye, thanks for watching.